Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly attract everything they want while you're stuck spinning your wheels, doing all the manifestation techniques but getting nowhere? What if I told you that the secret to quantum manifestation isn't about doing more, but about understanding something so counterintuitive that it completely flips everything you've been taught on its head? Right now, as you're listening to this, you're existing within an infinite field of possibilities. Every dream you've ever had, every goal you've written down, every vision you've created already exists as a potential reality in the quantum field. But here's the shocking part that no guru wants to admit. The reason you're not living that reality has nothing to do with your affirmations, your vision boards, or how many times you've repeated, "I am worthy." The quantum field doesn't speak English. It doesn't understand your words or your desperate pleas.
It respond to one thing only, your energetic signature, the vibrational frequency you're broadcasting every single moment, even when you're sleeping.
And most people are unknowingly broadcasting the exact opposite of what they consciously want.
You see, quantum manifestation opérate on a principle that sounds almost too simple to be true. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are.
Your external reality is nothing more than a mirror reflection of your internal state, and that internal state isn't just your thoughts. It's your emotions, your nervous system, your subconscious beliefs, your body language, even the way you breathe when no one's watching. Think about this for a moment. Have you ever noticed that when you're desperately trying to manifest money, you become hyper-aware of every bill, every expense, every financial limitation? Or when you're trying to attract love, you suddenly notice every happy couple, every romantic movie, every reminder of what you don't have? That's not coincidence. That's your nervous system locked in a frequency of lack, and the quantum field is perfectly mirroring that frequency back to you. The most successful manifestors understand something profound. Manifestation isn't about changing your external world first. It's about becoming the person who naturally lives in the reality you desire. It's about embodying the energy of already having what you want before you see any evidence of it in your physical experience. This is where most people get it completely wrong.
They approach manifestation like a transaction.
They think if they visualize hard enough, affirm long enough, or believe strongly enough, the universe will deliver their order like some cosmic Amazon warehouse. But the quantum field isn't a vending machine. It's a living, responsive, intelligent system that's constantly reading your energetic broadcast and reflecting it back to you with mathematical precision. Let me share something that might shock you. Scientists have discovered that your heart generates an electromagnetic field that's 60 times greater than your brain's electrical field. This heart field extends several feet beyond your body and interacts with the quantum field around you. When your heart and brain are in coherence, when they're synchronized and aligned, you create what researchers call a coherent signal that the quantum field can clearly read and respond to. But when you're thinking one thing, feeling another, and doing something completely different, you create what's called an incoherent signal. It's like trying to tune into a radio station while the dial is constantly moving. The field receives mixed messages and mirrors back confusion, delays, and experiences that don't match what you consciously want. Here's where it gets really interesting. Your subconscious mind processes about 11 million bits of information per second, while your conscious mind can only handle about 40 bits per second. This means that about 95% of your life is being run by subconscious programs that you're not even aware of. These programs were installed primarily before age 7, when your brain was in a theta state, essentially downloading everything around you without any filter or critical thinking. So if you grew up hearing money doesn't grow on trees, or you have to work hard for everything, or good things don't last, those programs are still running in the background, creating an energetic broadcast that contradicts your conscious desires. Your subconscious becomes the observer in quantum terms, collapsing wave functions into experiences that match its programming, not your conscious intentions. This is why affirmations often feel hollow. You're trying to override decades of subconscious programming with conscious thoughts, but it's like trying to change the direction of a river by throwing pebbles at it. The current is too strong, the programming too deep. You need a different approach entirely. The breakthrough comes when you understand that quantum manifestation isn't about forcing or controlling. It's about aligning your entire system, your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and actions, into a coherent signal that matches the frequency of what you desire. It's about becoming so internally consistent that the field has no choice but to mirror the consistency back to you. But here's the paradox that trips up most people. The moment you stop needing it so desperately, the moment you relax your grip and trust the process, that's when the field can finally deliver what you've been asking for. Your desperation, your attachment, Your constant checking for results creates resistance in the field. It's like trying to hear a whisper while screaming. The signal gets drowned out by the noise of your own anxiety. Think about times in your life when things flowed effortlessly.
Maybe you may some amazing when you weren't looking for love.
Maybe you received an unexpected opportunity when you weren't frantically job hunting. Maybe you had a breakthrough insight when you stopped trying so hard to figure something out. What was different in those moments? You were open, relaxed, available. You weren't gripping. You weren't forcing. You were in a state of allowing.
That is the natural state for manifestation.
It's not about doing more, it's about being more. More present, more aligned, more authentic to the version of yourself that already exists in the timeline you want to experience. Because here's the ultimate truth, that version of you already exists in the quantum field. Every possible version of your life exists simultaneously as waves of probability. Your job isn't to create something new, it's to collapse the wave function of the reality you prefer by becoming a vibrational match to it. The quantum field is neutral. It doesn't judge your desires or decide whether you deserve them. It simply responds to whatever signal you're broadcasting most consistently. If you're broadcasting fear, you get more experiences that validate that fear. If you're broadcasting lack, you get more experiences of not having enough. If you're broadcasting unworthiness, you get more evidence that you're not good enough. But when you learn to broadcast the frequency of already having what you desire, when you embody the emotions and energy of your dream life before it manifests physically, the field begins to reorganize itself to match that new signal. Opportunities appear. Synchronicities increase. The right people show up at the right time. Resources become available. What seemed impossible begins to feel inevitable. This isn't wishful thinking or spiritual bypassing. This is quantum physics applied to personal reality. Every emotion you feel creates a chemical signature in your body. Every thought you think generates an electrical pattern in your brain. Every belief you hold creates a filter through which you perceive and interact with reality. When you consciously align these elements, you become a walking quantum field experiment, actively participating in the creation of your experience rather than just hoping for the best. The most powerful manifestors don't spend their time visualizing what they want. They spend their time embodying who they need to become to naturally attract what they want. They ask themselves different questions. How would I feel if I already had this? How would I move through my day? How would I treat myself and others? What decisions would I make? What would I focus on? What would I let go of? And then they begin living from that place, not as a technique or strategy, but as a genuine expression of their evolution. They don't pretend to be someone they're not. They grow into who they're becoming. They don't fake emotions. They cultivate genuine states of appreciation, excitement, and trust. They don't force actions. They take inspired steps that feel aligned and natural. This is why some people can manifest quickly while others struggle for years. It's not about worthiness or spiritual gifts or secret knowledge. It's about coherence. It's about the ability to align your entire being with what you're calling in. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions move in the same direction, when your conscious and subconscious minds are in harmony, when your heart and brain are synchronized, you create a gravitational pull in the quantum field that draws your desired reality toward you. But let's address the elephant in the room. Why is this so difficult for most people? Why, even after learning these principles, do so many struggle to apply them consistently? The answer lies in our conditioning. We've been programmed to believe that struggle equals value, that we have to earn our good, that life is supposed to be hard. We've been taught to focus on problems rather than solutions, to notice what's missing rather than what's present, to doubt rather than trust. Our nervous systems have been conditioned for survival, not thriving. We're wired to scan for threats, to brace for disappointment, to protect ourselves from potential pain. This survival programming creates a baseline frequency of fear, scarcity, and limitation that directly contradicts our manifestation efforts. We're trying to create from love while operating from fear, trying to attract abundance while vibrating in lack, trying to manifest trust while defaulting to doubt. The solution isn't to suppress these survival responses or pretend they don't exist. The solution is to gently retrain your nervous system, to create new neural pathways that support your desired reality, to practice feeling the emotions of your dream life until they become more familiar than the emotions of your current struggles. This requires patience with yourself. It requires self-compassion. It requires understanding that you're literally rewiring decades of conditioning, and that takes time. But here's what's beautiful about this process. Every moment offers a new choice point. Every breath is an opportunity to align. Every decision is a chance to embody the version of yourself that lives in your desired timeline. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to maintain a positive state 24/7. You just need to catch yourself when you slip into old patterns and gently guide yourself back to alignment. The quantum field is incredibly forgiving. It responds to your dominant frequency, not your occasional wobbles. It's looking for the overall trend, the general direction of your energetic broadcast.
Start small.
Choose one area of your life where you want to see change, and begin embodying the energy of already having what you desire in that area. If you want better health, start treating your body with the respect and care you would if you already felt amazing. If you want more abundance, start making decisions from a place of trust rather than fear.
If you want deeper love, start loving yourself the way you want to be loved by others.
Pay attention to how this feels in your body. Notice the difference between thinking about what you want and actually embodying the energy of having it.
The body does nteli.
When you're truly aligned, you feel expanded, peaceful, excited, grateful. When you're trying to force or fake it, you feel contracted, tense, or empty.
Your body is your most accurate feedback system for manifestation.
It will tell you when you're in the frequency of your desires and when you've slipped back into old patterns. Learn to listen to these signals. Trust your internal guidance system more than external circumstances. Remember that your outer world is always reflecting your inner state, often with a delay, so don't judge your progress based on what you can see physically. Judge it based on how you feel, how you're showing up, how aligned you are with the version of yourself that already lives your dream life. The quantum field is waiting for your signal. It's ready to reorganize itself around whatever frequency you consistently broadcast. But it needs coherence. It needs clarity. It needs you to become the person who naturally attracts what you've been seeking. This is your invitation to stop chasing and start embodying. Stop forcing and start allowing. Stop trying to convince the universe of your worthiness and start remembering that you're already worthy simply because you exist. The field doesn't need your justification or your elaborate explanations. It just needs your alignment.
Take a deep breath right now. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice the life force moving through your body. This is your connection to the quantum field. This is your access point to infinite possibility.
Every breath is a chance to align. Every heartbeat is an opportunity to broadcast the frequency of your desires. You are not separate from the field. You are the field expressing itself as you.
When you change your frequency, you change your reality.
When you embody your desires, you collapse them from possibility into form.
When you become the person you want to be, you attract the life you want to live.
The power has always been yours. The field has always been responsive. The only question is, what signal are you choosing to broadcast? What reality are you choosing to collapse into form? What version of yourself are you ready to become? Your dream life isn't somewhere in the future waiting for you to find it. It exists right now as a possibility in the quantum field, waiting for you to become the person who lives it. That person isn't someone you need to become someday. That person is who you already are beneath all the conditioning, all the doubt, all the stories about why you can't have what you want. The quantum field sees your potential.
It knows your power.
It's ready to mirror back whatever you're ready to embody. The only question is, are you ready to let go of who you've been and step into who you're becoming?